For the last 2 weeks, we've been looking at a recent interview of David Weiss from the channel DITRH as he shares his little flat earth slideshow. And in those videos, I've been explaining exactly how I would approach this if it was a debate with David and this was the information he was bringing forth. Well, some of you may be pleased to hear that this is the final part in this little mini series, and in this one, I'm not messing around. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. This video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, the global men's lifestyle brand that's disrupting the men's grooming market. Manscaped is trusted by more than 8 million men worldwide for their trimmers, liquid formulations and premium boxers. And their Performance Package 4.0 is a game changer when it comes to creating the ultimate men's grooming and hygiene bundle. Now, we're so obsessed with spherical planets on this channel, it's about time we talk about our own spherical planets. And it starts with their 4th generation electric trimmer with that ceramic blade there to reduce grooming accidents. And it's got a 4000K LED spotlight there for a more precise shave. Our balls might look like punching bags, we don't need to treat them like them. It's got a really cool little charging system as well, and the LED lights on the front can show you just how much battery you've got left, and it can go up to 90 minutes on a full charge. They've also got the Weed Whacker 2.0 with a powerful 7000 RPM motor. And this has got an improved steel blade cutting system, upgraded performance from the first one. When you get to my age, nasal hairs are definitely a problem. Got to get the Weed Whacker. Now, also included in the Performance Package 4.0 are the 2 products here. The Crop Preserver, which is great. I use this for running. Really stops the chafing. And also the Crop Reviver Refreshing Ball Toner. And Manscaped even throw in 2 free gifts with the Performance Package 4.0. The Anti-Chafing Premium Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Go to manscaped.com today to get 20% off and free international shipping. Use the code SIMANDAN at checkout. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code SIMANDAN at manscaped.com. Right, back to today's video, which as we know is a continuation of David Weiss's presentation on the Strange Planet podcast. Now, in the last one we discussed gravity, and Dave is moving on to exactly what flat Earth is. Away you go, David.
Where are we in the who was that? Was that Schopenhauer? The 3 stages of truth. Where are we? Are we in ridicule, violently opposed, or how?
We're in the final stage. We're in the final stage of, oh my God, I need to accept this. Richard, there's a lot of people coming out. There's a lot of big names. There's a lot of movie stars. They're all telling us to keep going.
Now, I would be asking Dave here, which movie stars and what scientific credentials do they have?
There's a lot of pilots that are coming out. Wait until you see the next level, which you'll find at flatearthdave.com when it comes out, the level with me. It's a game changer. Wait until you see this movie. I'm going to send you links when it comes out.
Oh, I can't wait for level 3. Another mass debunking coming up there.
You're going to have it. So what is the flat Earth, right? So we have the heliocentric ball, which is a lumpy rock with smooth water, curved water, which has never been measured. There's no curvature ever measured. We've done laser tests, some mirror flashes. We can see farther than a ball 100 times the size would allow.
Now, at this point, I would argue that it has been measured, and by a flat earther no less. Now, I would play the famous Jeranism clip, this one.
We have a backup experiment. If you're seeing through this hole, through the next hole, and seeing the light at the backboard, or at 17 feet off the water, the Earth is flat. If he's holding it up at 23 feet high and we're seeing the light, well, that's because the Earth's curved. So I should only be able to see it when it's at 17 feet. Okay, go ahead and drive down there, Enrique. You're going to hold the light there. Enrique, how high is your light?
17 feet.
I mean, it's as... we don't see you, Enrique. Lift up your light way above your head. Interesting.
And I would ask Dave to explain that if the Earth was indeed flat, how did Jeran get the results he did?
And then there's air adjacent to a void and of zero pressure, a vacuum of space. Okay, that's again scientifically impossible. We can get into that.
Yes, we can. But if Dave would be reciting the second law of thermodynamics, we can also get into how that would be wrong.
But I want for your listeners to know what the flat Earth is. We're not a disc floating in space. We're not a disc where everything pulls you to the center. Like if you Google flat Earth, you'll find a Vsauce video where it says, as you walk to the edge, you're going to have to lean forward. And by the time you get to the edge, you're going to be standing sideways. That's not flat Earth. Down is down in Australia, in America, in South America, in UK. Down is down for everybody. Up is up for everybody. Left and right, forward and back is all relative to where you're facing. But down is down, up is up.
And I would argue with Dave here that this is the same on a globe. Up is up and down is down no matter where you are.
I'm not standing antipodal with my feet to somebody in Australia or China. That's not how it works. Everything is down. So what is the flat Earth? If you think about this, large bodies of water at rest are flat, absolutely flat all the time. There's no curvature ever. Navy ships, we have many Navy artillery people that say they can pinpoint laser, pencil thin laser, another ship 100 miles away. Well, if the Earth was a ball, 100 miles, 24,901 miles around, which most people don't even know that defend the globe, there would be a mountain over a mile high of water in between them, a hill of water a mile high, but they can hit it with a laser. Same thing with submarines on the bottom. They can send sonar, hit another submarine 100 miles away, but there would be a mountain of dirt in between them 6,600 feet high. That's over a mile. Okay.
Right, I'll address these 2 points differently. Now, first, I'd ask Dave if he knows how the Navy's laser rangefinder works. And I'd ask for a citation for the 100-mile reference he just quoted. Then I'd pull up this US Navy table to fire projectiles. Look at that last column, range, correction, for curvature. Now then I'd ask David if he knows how sonar works. Now sonar uses sound waves that reflect off the surface above and the sea floor below. It doesn't use line of sight sonar. Shocking understanding from Dave there.
So there is no curvature. No one's ever seen it. No one's ever felt the spin. I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. You haven't felt it. I haven't felt it.
Now at this point, I'd ask Dave if he could feel the internet that's flowing through his phone in his hand. I'd ask him if he could feel the electromagnetic field coming from the light in the room he's in. I'd ask Dave if he can feel the oxygen exchange in the blood in his lungs. We don't feel a lot of things, but it doesn't mean they don't happen.
So why do people cling to this? It's a lifelong programming. So think of a puddle, right? What stops the puddle from flowing away? Well, the land around the puddle is higher, and that's containing the water. So a puddle, a pond, a lake getting bigger and bigger. Our world oceans is a giant lake, okay? And the shoreline of that lake is higher than the water, period. And it's holding the water in. Well,
Is it an ice wall? Is it an ice wall?
So the ice wall is programming from the Game of Thrones. It's not a wall. It's the shoreline of Antarctica. It's literally just the shoreline, which is at many areas, it's a couple of 100 feet high and it's ice. Okay. And that's why they call it the ice wall. So here is the shoreline of our world. And then out here, what's out there in the outer space outside of our pond? Right? Well, we're not allowed to independently go there. So imagine this.
Now at this point, I'll ask Dave if he knows why the absolute water height level is higher on the west coast of the US than it is on the east coast. In fact, the Pacific Ocean on average stands about 16 centimetres higher than the Atlantic Ocean. My question for David here would be, if the Earth's oceans are just one giant lake and water always finds its level, then why is there this discrepancy?
Imagine this. What if there's more land out here? What if there's more ponds out here, right? What if there's all sorts of stuff? Admiral Byrd went out there and said there's at least 5 plots of land bigger than the United States.
Well, that was totally made up, wasn't it? I'll show the actual clip with the quote in now.
But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being.
An area as big as the United States, not 5 plots of land bigger than the United States. Now I'd say to Dave here, why did you just make that up? Because if you look at it, there was an area as big as the US left to explore from the direction that Admiral Byrd was viewing from. Now, this is a perfect example of flat earthers twisting the truth to fit their narrative.
Well, that doesn't work on a ball, okay? And wait till I show you something. This next thing is going to blow your mind. But cut this out between the white and the green. So we cut it out, okay? And then we wrap it around a sphere, okay? In Photoshop, in whatever. And then we teach everybody, this is where you live. This is it. What did you just do? You literally put people in the matrix. They're in the matrix.
But why, David? Why? Why pick a sphere? Science is the pursuit of truth. If the Earth really was flat, we'd have known about it for centuries and it would be an established fact by now. You know, I'm 99% certain that if the Earth really was flat, there'd be people like Dave out there claiming to be globe earthers and making stuff up, saying that the Earth is round.
And that's a prison for your mind. It's the globe. It's stopping your thoughts from expanding outwards. Okay. So let me show you what I mean, because this is going to be mind blowing. Have you ever seen this map? This map was discovered in a Buddhist temple, and it was published in the Hawaiian Gazette in 1910. And it shows 30, 40 other continents outside of Antarctica. Okay. So,
oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'd say, Dave, do you know who Dr. Kobayashi is? I'd then explain how Dr. Kobayashi drew this map as a work of fiction, and that the Hawaiian paper in question still published that, even though they knew that it was a work of fiction. Now, this is well known, and it's quite poor that Dave's trying to push this here.
We went on a ship tracking, there's sites that'll show you where all the cargo ships in the world are, and we see all the ships here. And then we said, oh my God, look at this. Look at these ships. Looking for my other ship. We noticed some ships 400 or 500 miles inside of Antarctica. Think about that. How did they get there? How did they get in here? 400 or 500 miles inside the shoreline of Antarctica. And when you click on any of these ships, it gives you all the information: who the captain is, where it's going, the cargo, what dates, where, everything. We click on these ships, and there's very little information, almost none. One ship we found out, it's 580 meters long, 80 meters wide. That's a gigantic ship, Richard. That's a massive ship.
Now, honestly, I've got no explanation here as to why some ships would appear to look like they're on the Antarctic mainland. Now, I would postulate that perhaps it's a GPS error, or they're sailing in areas of water that for half of the year are sheets of ice.
And all it said was it was registered in the island of Kiribati. Have you ever heard of Kiribati?
Never.
Okay, so where is Kiribati? So let's look out in the middle of the Pacific. I got a pin on it because you can't even see it. Here's the pin. And we're going to zoom in. Kiribati is literally a sandbar, okay? It's a sandbar, right? What's this giant ship heading south for from this sandbar, okay? What is going on? Why is the U.S. government and the Chinese government so interested in this island? China just gave them $10 billion.
Kiribati, as you pronounce it, is made up of over 30 islands. It's not just that one island. And it's one of the most at-risk countries in the world in terms of sea level, as none of it is more than over 2 meters above sea level. Now, could that have something to do with it, maybe?
What's going on here? Okay? What's going on here? And I contend, what if, Richard, what if they have shipping to the outer lands? There's a trade route. What if they're trading technology? What if they're trading food? What if they're trading people? Maybe it's human trafficking. We don't know.
Then stop making stuff up, Dave. This is the problem. Honestly, a secret shipping route to what you perceive to be the outside of Antarctica is simply preposterous. Wow, I am done with this one for good. You've seen how I'd approach it if it was a debate, but I think that's enough for now. So I will say that is it. We are done and dusted for this little mini-series and for Flat Earth Friday today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it today, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I'm still asking because we are pushing for that 500,000 subscribers. We're 23,500 away now, I think. So if you did really enjoy it, please do consider subscribing for more. And of course, if you really liked it, hit that like button too. That will help as well. Just enough time to once again thank Manscaped for sponsoring today. Remember, for 20% off and free shipping, use the code SIMANDAN at checkout at manscaped.com. I've been SIMANDAN. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Tuesday for another evolution video. Love those. See you then.